All right, this video is for opening and using Planning Center Music Stand for our worship team members. First, you're going to head to the App Store and you are going to search Planning Center Music Stand. It might pre-fill because it's a common app, and it's going to be the second one here. It gives you a little brief information there for it, but you're either going to download it. If you happen to have it, you can open it. It should also be available in the Google Store. So we're just going to go ahead and open it, and then you're going to log in. So whether you have Android or Apple, you should be able to find this app. You're going to log in using the credentials I send you. We have different ones for band, vocal, different instruments and things like that. Once you are in, you'll see this first tab here. There's 3 tabs across the top. Plans is our different service types. So we have contemporary service. We have a service for kids worship, worship nights, and youth group. Our main adult service is contemporary service. So you would click on that and it lists it there. You can click the back button and switch between that. And let's say you're helping in youth group, you would click on youth and you could go to there. We're going to stick in the contemporary service because that's what you'll most likely be using most of the time. If for some reason it doesn't load, chances are you've got bad signal or something like that, Wi-Fi. Under the contemporary service, we'll just go to the most recent one, or you can scroll to the date that you are scheduled. Here is a breakdown or an order of service. And then you'll see each of the songs. The blue is the title of the song. And then the blue with the white lettering is the key of the song. And you can scroll down and see each one. If you want to click on one of these, I'm going to click on Go Tell It. And it'll come up with the sheet music. From there, I can use my finger to swipe across to cycle through all of the songs or back. And as you notice, there's words written on there in red, highlights in yellow. I go through each week and highlight and update these. So a best practice is I'm going to click on the screen and hit this back button in the top left corner. Best practices is before you start practicing or something like that, whether you're a vocalist or an instrumentalist, I normally try and have the notes updated by Tuesday or Wednesday of the week before that Sunday, is to just pull down on the screen and you saw that little refresh circle there. Do that just to make sure any notes have been updated if you want to make sure you have the most up-to-date notes. I ask that you not go in and change the notes because some of them are shared logins and accounts. One more thing I want to show you on here is up here at the very top where it says contemporary service and it has the box with the arrow and then this little play looking button. We're going to click on that. If you can see, it changed. Okay, and what it does is it loads recordings and down on the bottom it starts to play it. I'm going to pause it for now and we're going to lift it up and you'll see I have each song there in the correct key. So you have something to practice to either with your instrument or for vocalists to practice singing along with the melody or practice harmonies if you decide you want to do it. Every once in a while, I will have harmony recordings in there that have a harmony highlighted, just so that you can have a designated harmony if you want, or even if you're having a hard time finding the harmony, if it's a more difficult song, I'll have the harmony in there sometimes. To get rid of that, and then obviously you push play, you can pause, you can skip to the next song. I'm going to pause it and then I'm going to bring the playlist down. The music is still loaded. You can tell because it's down at the bottom. If you want to eject these songs, you would just click on that same button up at the top to eject the songs and to get them out of there. One other thing in regards to that is I try my best to have the songs loaded in there in the correct key. Sometimes I get behind or we're doing a new song and I haven't had a chance to put it in there. I do my best to try and get that out as soon as possible. And it's been pretty consistent so far. Finishing the rest of this service plan here, you can scroll down. You'll see after the songs we have the sermon. If for some reason we have baptisms, they'll be shoved in there somewhere. And then you'll see the offering. And then at the very bottom, you can click on reference only team schedule. I try to keep the team schedule so that you know who you're singing with or playing with that week. And so you'll see here December schedule is loaded. And then I try to update it for the following month. Back up at the top, you can see here we're on December 28th. If I click the arrow to the right, it'll cycle me through each week as we go through. Let's say I click on this. I believe I have extra harmonies for these recordings here. So you'll be able to see kind of an example of what it looks like to have harmonies loaded. So let's say you wanted the low harmony highlighted.
Your grace is enough.
I don't know if it's playing through the video, but the lower harmony is highlighted there. Again, I'm going to eject that. Again, you can just go through. There's nothing really that you can break in this app, but clicking on stuff, being able to see. I normally keep things the same when we do songs. I try not to change it up too much unless we're doing something special. And so the notes are in there from previous weeks, which is helpful because it makes practice go a little bit easier and you'll get the feel of how we typically do things. A couple other things within the app that you can do. Let's say it's not big enough for you. You can zoom in and kind of get it a little bit bigger and then click save and it'll save it. It does save it across all the logins, but I'm sure they won't mind. Other people won't mind if it's a little bit bigger as long as all the notes are visible. When you come into band practice, you'll have a designated tablet for that week, vocal 1, vocal 2, vocal 3, or electric or piano or whatever it is. You'll have a tablet that has your specific notes on it for you. But that's about it. If you have any questions or issues accessing the app or navigating through the app, you can give me a call or shoot me a text. I'll try and send you a quick video. That's all under plans. Let's say you want to look at our full songbook and see things that we typically sing. Back at this 3 bars here, you can click on the songs tab and then cycle through all of our songs. Or let's say when you're on plans, it doesn't have, you're just under here and it doesn't have all of them listed or something. Sometimes just pulling down and refreshing will help pull it back up, or going back and reloading from contemporary service helps those things to come through. That's about it. Again, if you have any questions,